Yo, I thought I'd try something different today. I was Hello. We're trying something different. I had a lot of fun vibe coding last night. Specifically about this one video game that I had in my head and I have in a notebook for a while. Um like 10, 10 plus years, I think, if it's sat in here and I've just sat on it. Uh and I think I was messing around. This is like the new thing. I was inspired by a buddy of mine to do this. He started a potato game with tower defense. He was using uh, Ruby, like Dragon Ruby, for the platform, and I want to do something similar, but I want to use Godot to try and utilize this. I have familiarity with C# programming and SQL design and that sort of thing, so um, I tried Claude last night. Quickly burned through the uh I don't know how you want to best describe it, but like I burned through the free tier real quick. So uh I did I did use Roo Code last night, which is a subset of uh Claude. But yeah, we're gonna get going. Like I had this all set up, and then I I it dawned on me like afterwards that there is a difference between regular Godot and Godot.net, which is what I'm trying to use for the C# login. Otherwise, Godot has its own subscript that you can utilize, but I didn't want to do that. Like I want to stick with the programming language that I know. So yeah, it's this whole vibe coding thing is actually kind of fun. So I already have, this is like a brand new project that I've re-implemented and I've re-uploaded to my private GitHub. Um, do I have? I don't even have Godot running. Let me get that going because we will need that at some point. All right. So, I'm literally, so the whole premise of this is we're using Roo. It's Roo Code, I believe. If I'm mispronouncing this, like, just let me know. But we, I've already synced this up with the Gemini API. There we go. Here's yeah. So that was the old project. We're gonna import this new project right here. I just yeah, let's remove that. All right. Now I can import an existing project here. Choose. Wait, what? Let's just create a new project. Let's browse. Make sure I'm putting this in the right spot. Yeah, this is where I want to put it. That will make sense in time. Yes. So this is what I need to do. It's going to be the whole premise of this game is going to be a 2D animation project, a 2D graphic project, a pixelated graphic. So we want to do forward plus and start from here. So that actually is actually starting our project, and now as you can see, we got 5 commits, five changes here. But now we have this all set up, and we're good to go. So now I can actually start working with Roo to start building out some of the um, properties and the components within. There we go. It had to reload. So that is the game engine running. Yeah, this is cool. Okay. So now I'm just gonna talk to it as if it's any other bot that I've used, any other AI that I've used in the past, and I'm going off my notebook here. So like I, let's see. So let's just talk to it. We're just gonna say coding default, yeah, code, yeah, yeah. All right. I want to start coding a new Godot 2D uh, side scrolling uh, rogue 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 like game with parallax. That's the game style, so that multiple layers layered up, it creates depth of field. Um, it makes I'm not a I am not known as a this is just all stuff that I've learned. Um, want to start coding new Godot 2 day side scrolling roguelike game with parallax. Um, procedurally generated. Spelling is key here. Procedurally. Okay. I have to check. Procedurally generated. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's growing procedurally generated. Yeah, that's right. And then you'll see here. I'll start adding to it more. Um, can you help assist? Which I know I can. And here, it's just gonna start. So this is what we want it to do. I want to prove everything, but I'm basically prompting this so that I have to. I don't want to write as much code. I just want to do it. So yeah, this is exactly, yeah. I know that I have to create a player scene, player script. I know I'm gonna have to set up a camera at some point. So yeah, this is perfect. We're gonna prove it. I am set up. I'm using Gemini 2.0 as my LLM, large language model, to actually do all the programming bits itself. It is free. and I did have to sign up for an API. So just know that at some point I don't want to pay for it, but this is what we're gonna have to do. All right, so yeah, you need to help them getting started. Yep. This is exactly. This is all about vibe coding. Yes, exactly. Yes, you should create the script for that. Yo, Wakeless 9, hello. Yeah, you want the first social, you get the first social. Oh, beans. Yep. Oh, my stream deck is having issues here at the moment. Yo, good to see you. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I appreciate it. I will at least put the social timer up. It's not gonna work. I'll watch it. Good morning. Good to see you, Wakeless 9. How are you doing? I've been up since 5 a.m. This is all being procedurally generated. It's awesome. Yeah, so this is new for me. Hey, hey, at least you're up, man. No worries. We're gonna retry that. There we go. So it's already recognizing some key aspects here, and it's fixing it in real time. Yeah, I went to. For me, I logged off Pat's stream around midnight, and then by the time I fell asleep, it was like I'm not sure what time. I want to say it was 12:30, I think. I'm gonna trigger this anyway. Here we go.
Say something for me. Remember, puff, puff, pass.
Let me have good coffee with you, sir. Cheers. Don't forget to drink some water too. All right. We had updates. Thank you. You too. Thanks for the lurk. Here we go. We're gonna start resuming this task. All right. So I already know that we are going to be doing dinosaur like hitboxes, but I'm not sure if we are starting to create the 2D animation script. I have random PNG files that we'll be utilizing here. Let me open them up here. I can show you. I sourced these. Listen, they're free. These are These are random dinosaurs. This is a dinosaur game, so I was like, you know what? I want to try and I don't have any sort of graphical ability. I'm gonna outsource these. So I found some sprites, and that's what we'll be utilizing at some point in the game. All right, the last action was to change the base class from the 2D to a comedic. Why can we change the uh comedic body to a generic dinosaur body? All right, all right, all right. Hang on. Let me restart this. New task. New task. I want to change. I want to do as low coding as possible. So I want to change the player name space from com, can, kinetic body to a more generic dinosaur body type. Can you assist with this? Yeah. So it's asking me if I want to be able to read this. Yes. Okay. This is what I needed. No 2D is what is in Godot. All right. The previous changes were errors, move, and slide is a function. That's fine. I know this. Yes. Collision. Collision's important. Right to that file. So as you can see, like we were able to look left and right. Let's see. Can we also incorporate in addition to mouse and keyboard a Xbox controller? Yeah, approve. You can read. All right, so it's basically updating the code left and right, up, down to be a basic motion control. So that it can utilize any sort of input. So I'm asking, will it also allow for keyboard and mouse in addition to Xbox controller? I'd like to have. Oops. I like to have multiplayer player support. Yes, that is what I want. So it's modifying the code to handle multiple players, adding an additional player to the script. I mean, we can read it. It's inputting string, so that's good. We'll save that. I just have to retry this request. I have to wait sometimes. Like the API request can be a little bit slow, but um, I want to have up to 4 players. Let's start new task. Up to I want to support up to 4 players in this game. Will it do it currently? We've defined the input actions for 2 players, I believe. Let's just say 1 for now, and then can you add additional functionality for up to 3 or yeah, up to 3 more players? Okay, so it's getting the player count int, which is good, and then it's doing the motion based on who is going where. I love I love that it's automatically finding fixes. Like it's finding errors and then automatically fixing them too. The export keyword is now on the class by in this context. I need to move the export. That's perfect. Do that. This is great. All right, perfect. So we have a player. We have this is a player scene. This is the actual player themselves in Godot. There are set variables, and then let's add some more. So again, like I can keep on working with this sort of context window up until I hit the 1,000,000 mark. All right. So is there an any is there any sort of collision box associated with the player? let us complete the collision box. So it's doing a 16 by 16 pixel box. So again, remember we've got potentially 4 different dinosaurs here. Some of them are longer. Some of them are shorter and stubbier. These are long boys. This is a tall long boy. This is a short, and this is a good representation of what I am going for. I do want carnivores versus herbivores in this game. Certainly, I believe this is like some sort of dinosaur bird, but we'll get there. I want 4 different. Hey, that's a good reminder. So I want 4 different hit boxes. Different shapes of dinosaurs. Yes. Yes, this is good. So they're going to do a rectangle shape, a circle shape, a capsule shape, and a concave polygon shape. And that's fine. We'll just use those shapes for now. And we'll go from there. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. So all this error code is fine. Um, it's one of 2 things. It's either it needs to load in Godot, or it's finding the errors already. Perfect. So this is key too in programming. We normally start off with zeros and increment up through there. So that is key. All right. In addition to the different shapes, yo, Fast Midnight, hello. How are you? How are you doing? In addition to the different shapes, I also want to associate different speeds. I'm doing well. This is my first vibe coding programming. Not my first session of vibe coding. it's the first programming game development programming that I've done utilizing a journal of creation ideas. Um, and this is by far. I was having a lot of fun last night playing around with this, and I definitely want to get. I want to throw my hat in the ring. I typically stream board games, but I also main as a software engineer. So yes, this is good. So the rectangle now has a speed of 200. The circle, my highest donation to to the to the stream. I don't know. I think like $20. Like I really don't know. if if you're looking for that, like yeah, drink some water. I do this mostly for fun. I don't do it for. I like sharing. I like helping teach people how to play board games predominantly, and then Wednesdays we also stream, but those have typically been video games. And then today is random pop up. These are good. Speeds are good. So we've got hitboxes, different hitboxes, different speeds now. There should be different jumping conditions as well. Um, can we also program different jumping conditions based on the uh, shape? Yo, clownfish. Hello. Thank you for the 8 months, buddy. How are you? So now it's asking me. So remember. So I initially started off as one player, and then I was like, no, I actually want to do up to four different players. And now it's asking me for the each player one. Yeah, so we've already defined that in the bloop, bloop, bloop. I think it's over here. It is. It's over here where we defined. Oh, is that where it was? Oh, the inputs here. It was under the inputs. But I wanted to. Yeah, this is a proof. There we go. So it's now it's updating the collision function to also include different jumping mechanics based on the shape of the players that you're choosing. Hey, no worries, bud. No worries at all. I appreciate the fact that you stopped by and said hello. Good luck. Good luck with the company as well. It's gonna realize here soon that it made another error. And if not, if this doesn't work, then we're just gonna have to try again. Alternatively, this is a good time that we can commit all this. I like to write things in a cohesive nature. Have we not saved these? All right, well, let's commit this regardless. Updated player files. It's usually not advisable to commit straight to main, but it's a personal project, so. There we go. Why did you remove the speed? So we've got the function, different players functioning. We got the different reading for all the different shapes. And then they updated the collision, but it removed the speed. I'm gonna reject that because I do want to keep the speed in there. Yes. Yes. This is correct. Okay, again, why are we removing all this code? The physics. Okay, so wait. The physics process delta is correct. I'm gonna reject this again because it's not actually updating anything here. It just removed it. Yes. There we go. Good job. Good. I knew you could do it. All right, so now we've got motion. It's velocity and delta. So it's the position of the object is based on the motion, the velocity, and the delta. We are now going to save that. Nope. it's we could try restart. Yeah, this request fail is fine. This does happen. This means that we just need to start a new request. Can we fix the errors present in the code? All right. Well, let's move on to something else then. I don't think I've hit my limit. Maybe that's why I need to check. Let's see. That would be Google. Yo, Tierra Cross. Good morning. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Where is the dashboard? Here we go. No, I did that. Also did that. Where want tokens? Yo, RX Ninja, baby boo. Hi, good to see you. Yeah, let's throw up a 2-minute social timer. Water, tea, coffee, smudge, edible Danish donut, delectable. Whatever your heart's desire is, you're free to do so at the end of the timer. I'm I'm currently trying to find. I'm currently trying to find where the model is that I generated this code for, because I keep hitting the limit, and it doesn't make sense to me. You're basically seeing one side of my screen as well. I have a widescreen monitor, and so you're literally seeing one half of the screen. Uh, no, like this is okay. So to be perfectly honest with you, I have this notebook that I've written in. This is all for a video game idea that I've written in like multiple pages of creative thought that goes back over a decade now, and I tried to get something like this started up uh about 10 years ago with a team, and we were all fresh coders, and it was very naive of me to think that we would get anything done. Fast forward to now, and I know enough about C# programming, and I've used Copilot, GitHub Copilot, to do AI assistance in order to code. It's not there, but it will get there eventually. And cheers. But I'm aware of the overall scope of everything, and so this is me like trying to get everything coded out, also utilizing Godot. So this is like it's a free. We'll fix these errors eventually. but but this is like the we're doing 2D. I don't know why it said 3D. We're doing 2D. Yeah, it's gonna be like a 2D parallaxing platformer in a sense, similar to Castle Crashers. However, it's procedurally generated, and the enemies are also like procedurally generated. like they come up randomly based on what you need to beat, and like there's this whole story I've got, but I need to try and get the basics down so that I can actually get to that point. Okay. Can you assist with and I want to do as little coding as possible. I just want to do as much prompting to get it working. Present in the player file. Yes. All right. So this is where we're proving it to read through the physics portion. Why are you removing this? Why would you delete that code? I'm gonna reject that. So this is what it's saying on the right. It's what they're suggesting that we do, and this is what it would be removing on the left. Anything that's in red is a deletion. Anything in green would show up as an insertion. I'm gonna reject that. I'm trying to remove the physics processes. See, now everything works. Now we lost the red squiggly lines. I'm gonna reject that too. Oh, it's the same name. And just see if you missed something, bro. Hang on, I'm gonna reject this. It may be as simple as just hot reloading all of this. We'll try that. Nope, did not fix. All right, so please assist in fixing the errors. I may have to build too. Can we get this to a yo, race peace day, welcome in. I'm trying to get this to the point where I'm doing as little coding as possible. Um, I just want to prompt. If there's an actual error, I'll go hunt that down. But I'm trying to just vibe out and get yes, yes, exactly. I'm trying to prompt the AI to do everything for me, even though I know I could do it. I'm trying to see if we can get the AI to actually write it. State where it's buildable. Now it's gonna read through the file. I. Why are you deleting it? No. No, in my experience, it's always better to handwrite it. But it does certainly simplify a lot of the processes. Why are you deleting this? I want to check my code. I'm checking my commit process now to make sure that that's the beauty of how long ago did we commit? 15 minutes ago. Let's see if this fixes it. I do have it committed. So worst comes to worst, we'll just do a new pull. Ah, yeah, you miscalculated. Oh, what what a strange conundrum. See, it's actually starting to take out logic now that I wanted, based on shapes, based on collisions. So we got the shapes. I want to confirm. Does this still allow for up to 4 different players to play the game with various inputs for keyboard and or controllers? Okay. Can we also set up the different collision uh, areas for each shape? All right, so we got shape. Let's see. So we're gonna have we're gonna do herbivores, carnivores, and flying creatures. So maybe we just need to simplify it down to 3 shapes. Ah, beans. New task. Let's simplify. Simplify the dinosaur shapes down to 3. Herbivores, carnivores, and flying. Yes. Perfect. Good. It'll figure this out here in a second. All right. We got that. We've got the jumping. We've got the speed. Now we need to add. Um, I'm just trying to keep this simple based on. Oh, again, let's just look at this. This is really good basic premise. There's a T Rex, which is your carnivore. There is the Triceratops, which is an herbivore, and then we have I believe this is called the Stegosaurus, which is also an herbivore but uses a tail. All three have different components as to what they can use for hitboxes. So I want to add. We got the hitbox. Got the collision. Different offensive and defensive capabilities. Let's just start with the offensive. Let's just start with 2 because we want the herbivores to basically have a chomping mechanism, and we've got the herbivores to basically have some sort of defensive. So for the carnivores, yes, good. So it's also adding attack damage. All right, we'll just start a new task. I was working on adding attack damage. Can we elaborate on that? All right. Good. Good, good, good. Perfect. So it's adding attack damage for each of them. And that's about what I was thinking anyway. I think the jump force, well, we'll see. Again, these are just like the standard parent classes. We can further refine all of these with the children classes later on. I'm just trying to keep this simple. Like, I'm trying to keep this to thinking about a Triceratops. Well, the Triceratops would reside in the herbivore. And if we thought about a T Rex, well, the T Rex would reside in the carnivore. And a pterodactyl would reside in the flying class. Eventually, we'll start to add a lot more children classes to each of these. But like, this is the standard that I'm trying to set up. All right. Let us also add defensive capabilities to each of the dinosaur classes with with herbivores herb herb herbivores being higher highest highest. I'm looking over this. It's actually right in line with what I was thinking overall. Low attack, high defense. I want to modify this to be more like, hang on, what was that? It was 10? It was 10. So this has a low attack. The flying makes sense, but I also want to try and have, why is it jump force? The speed of this one should be the high that this we need to change. All right. Let's change. I want to change the speed of the flying to be the fastest. Yes. Okay. And then so we got a high jump force for the carnivores. high jump, high speed for the so the carnivore should be a lower speed. Probably not. Probably I'm thinking about boost. So there should be like some sort of on the code. Uh, yes. Um, Also, welcome in. Let's see. Now you're asking something that I actually don't know how to do. Hang on. Not something I. You know what, Jordan? You're right. If you can't read what I'm doing, that does make an issue. Um, the enlarge function that I thought would work is not working. Code in VS code. Yeah, control. Thank you. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Is that better? Can you see what I'm doing? Welcome in. Good to see you. All right, let's save that. So we've got speed. Also, we don't need to see this. I haven't messed around with the terminal. I also want to add the like special abilities box. So I'm thinking of. No, it's all good. I get it. He can't talk. It's cool. Hey, is that better? Is that more readable? I don't need this to be nearly as large. All right, cool, cool. I'm glad we've satisfied Pete. So I also want to add. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking of temporary modifiers to boost some of these abilities. Can you assist? Yo, Deacon Vlad, welcome. Thank you for checking in, sir. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. Yeah, all that looks good. D. So let's boost uh for that seems good. Let's boost for 30 seconds and also uh do a percentage base of 50% of whatever the underlying uh initial initial what do we call that? Like category? Each of the items? There you go. All right. I think uh if we add weapons to this, will will it boost certain areas as well? How can we also incorporate weapon dynamics into the game? Aha! All right, so it's creating different weapon dynamics. So based on whichever weapon type, which is exactly what I had in mind. Modifiers to the weapons themselves. That was great. Now it's adding a new weapon file. Got basic weapon. You should import that. You should probably import that at the very top. This is for the player now. Hey look. Hey look, you found the lure there, Deacon Fled. GG. GG. What'd you pick up the first time? Oh, you picked up a scooter. I'm gonna save that for now. All right. Yeah, good. You found the error, buddy. Good on you. Yes, you should. Good. Hey, there we go. Oh, beans. It's gonna hit. Now it's hitting an API request limit, which is why it's spinning. Despite me having plenty of tokens left, it's hitting a request limit. There you go. It's starting to figure it out. Yes, there we go. Good job. Although we should probably import that up towards the top a little bit, but that's just me. What do I know? You're just what is what is all right. Let's define where are the weapon types I have here. Oh, that's right. We need a stamina button. Hang on. Also define stamina for the players. Uh oh, what are you doing? Oh no, it's adding that. Okay. Good. 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 This is 1 second, I can tell you, Pete. One moment. I'm using this is Gemini 2.0. I'm not using Pro. That's how I have the million hit. I set this up with an actual dedicated API in Roo Code. I had to go get an actual API. I I'm aware. I've had to restart this several times. We're just in the players at the moment. Oh boy, what'd you do there? Oh, you found an error. All right, let's preview reading it. Oh, found more errors. Content was changed. Okay. Oh, go ahead and read. Oh, beans. Yeah, likely I'll start to. I have to do a new task here. Yeah, this is where when this there you can see it. There's Gemini 2.0 Flash 100. That's the actual code that I'm using. We can change it. I mean, there's Gemini. Let's save that. Let's see if this works better. Let's retry that. Hang on. I added hang on. Now I'm looking at the API versions to make sure that I can actually utilize that. I'm attempting to do this all for free. Where models? Pricing? Let's go pricing. Pricing. Yeah, it hang on. I need to find the 2.5 pricing. It is free. Okay. I do. Oh yeah, I add stamina. I added stamina to the player file, but it seems as though it may there may be there may be errors. See if this works. Okay, you removed. Good you. Good on you. Wait. Why where's the cost? Which line? Line 76. Line 76. I want to keep that. All right, let's start a new task. When it doesn't work long enough, just start a new task. All right. I had the basic weapons. Hang on. Yo, Deacon Vlad, enjoy the adulting. Good luck with it too. All right. Let's add more functionality or more. Let's add different weapon types. Melee, guns, pistols, snipers, grenades, missiles. Anyway, pistols, snipers, grenades, missiles. Let's just start with that. Okay. We got different weapon types. Now, let's also associate different speed uh, parameters based on the weapon type. This, whoops, this would be distance from player. All right, can we set up uh a two different speed types, projectile and attack speed? Because I mean, like that comment was good. There we go. Hey, look at me. I caught a shiny. There we go. Task completed. Perfect. All right. Let us also set up an ammo type for the projectile weapons. Basically speaking, if you've got grenades, you should only have beans. Time to start a new task here. Let's set up an ammo type and limitations for the specific ammo types as well. Pistols, snipers, grenades, and missiles. I've hit my quota for 2.5. Oh, let's go back to 2.0. That was part of the reason why I was sticking with 2.0. I know 2.5 is the newest for Gemini, but I've from most of my research, most people are finding a lot of positive experience with the 2.0 model versus 2.5. All right. Can we set the different weapon types to have specific amounts of ammo, including max capacity? There we go. Good, 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 good. Although I would have thought that this would be handled in the weapon portion, because we're in the weapon class. Why is this in the player class? I'm gonna reject this. I want to save this. I'm gonna manually save this to Notepad plus plus, just so that I can see it. I've got it here, along with all those other tabs. If you need a Notepad plus plus that remembers everything, I'm gonna reject this. Yes. All right. So this is good. This is all. We need to include this as well. I have to check my quota here. You can only make so many requests per an hour. I hope I haven't hit this. I certainly haven't hit this million request mark. Equip weapon mechanic on the player. There we go. So there's gonna be there's a basic based on the different type of different dinosaur type. This really should be dinosaur type, but it's fine. It's shape. That shape makes sense. But they all have basic attack and basic defense. This attack also includes also has the stamina built in too. We're gonna get attack logic eventually in there. Oh, look at you. Yes. Good. Yes, you can read that file too. Perfect. We've got the reload, and we also have the attack. If current weapon equals null, disconnect from the I'm wondering why it's got the error codes, but hopefully it's gonna figure it out here eventually. You can see basically that it's already starting to detect some of the problems. Worst case scenario, we just start a new task. There are limitations to how many times I can prompt within the same window. But this leads me to a good point. I should probably commit this. I'm not done. I'm not done updating, but we've added let's see. Added weapon functionality. What's the difference here? Yeah, we've added a lot. We've added the weapon functionality. We've added the. It was all the collision stuff. I'm just gonna say added weapon functionality, added boost. I'm gonna say weapon, stamina, um, boost. All right, now let's go back to here. There we go. All right, so you're gonna correct your mistake, and there's still a mistake here, but it's gonna figure it out. Hopefully. There we go. I have to laugh when it says like I have to apologize, but I seem to be having trouble with this. It's like I understand what they were trying to go for with doing this. Like it makes it more human, but sometimes it's just funny. All right, let's save that. All right, so we got stamina boost. Is there max stamina that we've set up for each of the dinosaur shapes? No, there's not. Can they also be different? I'm thinking the flying would have the most stamina, followed by the herbivores, and then the carnivores. Herbivore, and then carnivore. So this means that we're gonna start a new task. Too many on the quota. Hey, I look. I know I'm not the best or brightest programmer. I take criticisms; those are good. I'm also trying to not type as much as possible. All right. There's like, I can't prove it to read here. I'll allow it to read all my file directories. I just don't want it to edit the files. I'm also waiting for these requests. they like the limitations of me trying not to pay for it is starting to come up and obviously be an issue. But you're right. We should we should allow the program to read through and see if it can adjust anything. As to limit the repeating logic. I thought I approved this. Hey. Hey, look at that. You made an error. Oh yeah, because it's written twice. That's why it's complaining. Yeah, this is starting to this, the free tier is starting to show its ugly head. But I'm also trying to be, you know, pragmatic, I think. So completed just fine. Thank you for the tidbit. I appreciate that. See, what I was expecting here was something similar. the way these functions are set up for the different speed boosts for the different weapons, the weapon types, to also have a similar, because these are all standard, and I get that. I'm looking for like different functions for the weapon types themselves, so I should probably just ask to do that. Oh, beans. It's just in this one. I just need to start a new task. Yo, Yeet Feet. Hello, good to see you. Really? Really, Klute? Well, welcome in. Yeah, this is starting to get really painful. As much as I'm currently doing vibe coding, trying to basically I have this notebook that I've written on, or written in rather, with a game idea, game concept, and 10 years ago, I thought about, or I actually, I tried to start a team up to kind of code it out. I was young and naive. Being a fresh coder, I was like, yeah, we can totally bust this out, no problem. But now that the vibe coding has really kind of come along, I'm attempting to use Google's Gemini 2.0 to essentially create the game. And all I'm doing is prompting the AI to use Godot, which is the game engine. It's this game engine right here, to write all the code in C#. Yo, thanks for the follow. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I I'm hitting limitations at the moment based on the fact that I don't want to pay for this, because like I just, hey, yo, thanks for the water break. I appreciate that. I like to keep it healthy around here. Lots of water. 1,007 times we've drank water around here. Um, yeah, so that's essentially what I'm trying to do. Uh, this is where I'm having the issue. I just gotta grab this. I've got the pricing models here. Part of me just feels like I just gotta upgrade. I don't want to though. Like, there's a free version. It was. I have random animations for different things around here. I predominantly stream board games, so this is my first foray into coding. Uh, Tomorrow we'll be streaming board games on BGA. That's how I got my start into Twitch, was streaming board games on BGA. And then when I lost my job in August, I started I started streaming on Wednesdays, video games, and then just this week, based on a friend of mine's doing vibe coding, his own project, it kind of spurred me to wanting to try it out myself. So today was more or less a pop up to try and do that. I want to check this model to make sure that I'm using the right one. Let's limit that. Oh, this is the maximum files. Okay, well, I don't have that many files yet, so we're just gonna limit that. Yeah, welcome back. Where are you tuning in from? I'm from Cleveland. It is currently good old dreary skies outside right now. Although it's supposed to be 70 degrees, it's actually it doesn't look fun. Maybe I should do this. I don't want to. I don't want to minimize it. Mm-mm-mm. Tabs were fine. All right, let's save that. Let's see if that helps. Let's start a new task. Let's see if so. We've got player. We got the weapon. Let's get the environment down. The thing of it is, like, I want the different weapon types. So we're not done with the weapons. Before I move on, like, I want to get the functions built out for the weapons. Can we build out different functions for each of the weapon? Luis, the secret weapon. Weapon types. My goodness. Yes, they're okay. There we go. I mean, you're printing. So it's doing the attack. So I'm playing everything through Spotify at the moment. This playlist was based off of the song called "Love Vibe" by Nas, which I will post into my Discord. The song itself just dropped yesterday. But then I generated a playlist off of that song in the Spotify. That's the way I usually base it. Like when I'm trying to look for new music, is I'll find one specific song I like. I'll generate a new playlist off of that based on whatever Spotify recommends. That's how I find most of my music. Yeah. The algorithms that Spotify puts out are really solid. I'm also blessed with being around a lot of music creators. All right. Uh, can we implement range, damage, max, ammo, projectile speed, and attack speed within each weapon type? Thank you. That's all I wanted. Wait, did I actually do it? Yeah. Okay. Now it. There we go. Okay. Cool. So now let's look through this. Oh, this is beautiful. If it knew right away that the melee wouldn't require any sort of max ammo or projectile speeds. It kind of knows. I'm thinking of like a grenade launcher, although this is actually set up well for hand grenades. Yeah, this is slick. Okay, so the only thing I'm thinking of this grenade. So we actually want a grenade launcher. So maybe we should change the grenade to be like a difference, like a grenade launcher. So I'm wondering if I'll just start a new task for that. Can we change the grenade from a regular grenade to a grenade launcher and associate whoops, and also associate uh three, yeah, three uh grenades for the weapon as max capacity. Oh, that's smart. Well, I know what it's gonna do. I okay, so This is actually good because like I'm overthinking this, but at the same time, like this is where my head's starting to go with the logic. Is that there would be two different grenade types. There'd be a gun type, and then there would be a hand type. Ah, beans. We've hit the we've hit that limit. Apparently, it's something on my end. I'm also reading through. I'm reading through the API service details at the moment for Gemini. Wait, what is this? It's a free trial. Wait a second. Why does this sound? Hang on a second. I want to show you something. I just want to show this off. Right. So this is what I'm currently looking at right now. Is that there is a free $300 credit for new customers. It includes all the AI APIs. This can get dangerous real quick though. Because I'm currently utilizing. Where is it? I don't even see it in here. I'm using. I don't know. That's why I'm always skeptical. of signing up for that, especially when I don't have the money at the moment. I don't know. We'll just continue with the free stuff. Okay. Oh, we'll start a new task. Let's implement the melee attack logic. What do I need to tell you? Do you need hitbox information? So, how did we originally create the hitbox? We created our own hitbox, but I'm not sure if that is necessarily defined by. I think this is. What's rect 2? Rect 2. Godot. It's a vector 2, which this was originally a vector 2. It is. Velocity is vector 2. Okay, so that's what we use. Proof. It should be in the player. I guess it's not implemented yet then. I was under the impression that. Oh, it's. Yeah, that's right. We're doing the attack logic. Relative to the player's position. So this is the part that I need to look up because I don't know. This is all. So again, if you want to see what I'm doing, what I'm looking at, I type into Google, and then I generally I rely on Reddit because it is an open forum, and then if not Reddit, Stack Overflow. I'm new to Godot, so this is all new to me. I'm aware of, I've played a lot of games. Why does this? I know that at some point we're gonna want a distance traveled mechanism, but I don't think this is not what we want. See, what I did was I wanted to better understand what this was, right? The hitbox relative to the player's position. I'm guessing that means out in front, but this is, I think this is position 20, which would be inside with a size of 4020, which is 40 pixels by 20 pixels. But I don't know if that's the XY axis. Here. Here's the other way of doing it. You go straight to the horse's mouth and you you find the Godot docs and then you read them. So this is Rec 2. 0, 0. So it's position and size. So the first this first one is position, right? No. So we have to define the position and the size. Apparently, according to this. And then that will allow us to calculate the hitbox area. Maybe that's what we need to do first, is figure that out. So we've got, oh yeah, that's what it's actually saying right now. So let's see, where's the position area itself? Let's go back. Let's go back to the doc here. Okay. So here's the position. Begins in the corner, and typically has values on the lower end. Well, if this is the lower end, then right. Here. This is absolute value to fix it. So knowing that, let's go with the position 1010, size 3030, because that seems like a nice little square. Iterates through the colliding areas, and if an area has a take damage method, calls the method with the player's attack damage. Now I'll use the apply diff and go ahead and add. Yeah, please. It's going through our circles again. So that's fine. Take into account our shapes. So if we recall, I'd have to go back. Let me pull up in my code. Let's look at the GitHub, right? That's the source of truth here. Let's look at the GitHub. Right here. Here we go. So let me zoom in here. So the initial shapes was a 0 for rectangle, which is the herbivores, circle for the carnivores, and capsule for the flying. So we basically eliminated polygon, is what I'm trying to say. But to keep things simple, let's do a rectangle shape for now. With a collision mask of 2. Ah, beans. Okay. I guess we have to start a new task here. Um, let's finish implementing the attack box within the player. Let's finish the attack box when a player swings a melee weapon. Okay. Probably not set up yet. This is nice. This is all nice. Like it even writes in like little code snippets to let you know what's going on. Mm-hmm. At some point, I will. So this is a 2D scene. Project. Reload current project. Don't save. All right, because we just have we just have the player and the player. I believe that's test screen, and then we have the weapon. These are the 3 things that we've worked on thus far. We're gonna need to also create. So maybe we should prompt that. Start a new task. Can you help assist setting up the different file folders needed for the parallax environment and video game elements when taking into consideration the current state of this code. Hey, look at that. Thank you. Yes, that's why I want you. I would love you to do that. Let's run that command. So now it's basically done. If we go back into Godot, there way a hot read load. Let me check and see if it did it. I don't see the folders. There we go. I see parallax now. I don't see textures. I see game elements. This is what I'm looking at. Right. So as they get added, let me go up. Let me bump this up here. Except for it's gonna disappear behind it. So it added game elements and parallax. Within the game elements, it showed animations and sprites, which is good because if I come back up here, here's the dino. This is basically the sprites that I wanted to work with. So I'm going to copy and paste that into this folder. Now I should, yeah, perfect. We got game animations, sprites, and there's the dinos. So the next thing to do would be to associate. Here's the dino PNG file. These are supposed to be animated. Like this is the animated version of a Triceratops walking, and this is the animated version of the T-Rex running. But that involves me learning Godot as well. D. All right, let's please create a README file with all the changes we have done and anything else you may find that needs to be added to that file. All right. Can we also add about the project to the README? It's a 2D platformer, but so I'm gonna edit this. All right, save. What are next steps for the game to be developed? Yeah, I'll approve that. Wow. See, this is what this this diagramming is amazing to see. This is exactly this is the kind of things that normally it would take me a while to write up to try and like formulate how to actually do it, but having it automatically written here is perfect. The game elements, those will come. That's part of what I've got. Oh my gosh, that's incredible. Save that. Wait a minute. Wait. We got the README. This is next steps. I would have thought that this put it underneath the initial. Can I reject that? And now I know I created it, but I basically wanted to create this whole thing. Here, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't know why it created it in its own separate document. Don't save. That's what I wanted it to do. This is and then here's where I'm going to get a little bit more granular. As opposed to it telling like I'll actually write in here. This is the only section that I plan on writing. The 2D platformer rogue like game similar to Castle Crashers involving dinosaurs and they said dinosaurs evolving through upgrades. Race, hello, against a clock or a leaderboard. Race, no. Race, race against a distance traveled with a countdown timer of 20 minutes per each level. If reaching the 20th mark, there is a 5 minute bonus section with increased difficulty. It is not raining outside. Mm-hmm. Enemy slain. Different enemy type. And number of players present. Because this is multiplayer. Eventually, it'll be multiplayer. But I want to lay the ground, like the foundations in it first. I'm gonna save that. All right, let's start a new task. Let's have it. Let's also push this. We haven't pushed any changes in a while. So let's see. I want to get rid of this. Delete this. Discard those changes. I don't want those. I just want to keep everything in the README section. What we do here? So added README, defined weapon types, and I think that's good enough. Okay. So now if we go back to the README, oh, I want to change the architect to coder. I thought I approved this. Oh yeah, it helps when you check the box. Two errors. Is on the floor, not found. And move and slide, not found. Alright, so let's extend that body class. Ruh-roh. Are we gonna tell me that I've hit the limit again? Yep. Hey, yo, Wakeless 9. You want a social? You got a social, bud. 2-minute social timer going up. Water, tea, coffee, smog, smudge, edible, Danish, donut, delectable. Whatever your heart's desires, you're free to do so at the end of the timer. Welcome back. How you doing? We've made good progress. Outside of we've been routinely hitting the API request limit. We made some really good progress. We have a player defined here. We have weapons now defined here. Yo, Tetra Ray, welcome in. Happy Saturday. We have a README section. Really well defined. I was working on trying to upgrade the player Godot file. Alas. This is where we're at the moment. You stay up too late. I stay up late, Tetra Ray, and then I woke up early too. I've been up since 5 a.m. for no real reason. Went to bed late. I'm on like 4 hours of sleep. This happens to me sometimes. And then I'll go on the flip side. Oh, cheers. I'm just gonna straight up hit you with the water. We'll go to the water cheers. Enjoy your lurk, Wakeless. Thanks for popping in. Are you going to work for me? Alright, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna start a new task. I'm gonna paste this in. I'm gonna tell it to do that. Yeah. I knew it. I knew I was hitting the quota. Which is so strange because like I know I can. Um well that's the only one that's I'll drink water. I'll listen to you, Grandpa. me retry this task now. There we go. Wait, why are you removing the vector? Where's my diff? Ah, beans. Ah, beans. Okay. All right. Good. All right. So basically speaking, we just updated the motion. We have a speed for herbivores, carnivores, and flying. We have weapon types, which are over here: melee, pistol, sniper, grenade, and missile. There's potentially some sort of boost dynamic for either speed, attack, or defense. It gets initialized at 0, 0. And then based on which dino type picks up said boost, it will modify the initial. Let's take speed for example. It will modify the initial speed and multiply it by 50%. So it would become 200. Let's go with the herbivores. And load new session. Clear the history. There we go. All right. So let's say it takes 200, and then it's multiplying by it's adding, right? Where is it? Down here. it gets, we're taking the speed, so it's doing the initial speed times 0.5, so it's 200 times 0.5. That's 6.5. So that's 100, and then it adds it back on top. So it would take the 200 and basically modify it to be 300 for 30 seconds. Here's the speed duration. So that's 30 seconds. Then we've got these other variables that we need to figure out. We need to get the boost stat down because we go back to the README. We need to better use the boost stat for all stat boosts. Let's start a new task and do that. Look. Yo, Zorksta! Welcome in, Raiders! Hello! Good to see you, Zorksta! How are you? You caught me on a good day, Zorksta. I'm currently coding out a dinosaur video game. that's been living in this wonderful document that I've had for close to a decade. And I am attempting to use Roo Code to basically code it all out in C#. And I have Godot here, and like this is it's a big learning experience for me. I have experience coding. I have experience of prompting engineers to code. But yeah. I'm creating a video game, and we're just vibe coding. This is like a new phenomenon right now called vibe coding, where we're prompting an AI engine. In this case, we're using Google Gemini 2.0, free, to handle all the coding structures. Welcome in. Good to see you. Yeah, I'm stoked. It's been on my mind for a while. The other thing that like I need to also learn Godot. Because this is one aspect of this entire thing. Like I know coding, so at the moment I'm prompting Roo Code to basically get me up to a point where I can go in and add the sprites to, and I've got some of these sprites already. These are all free sprites that I got. I can't. As anyone knows, I really my artist skills are lacking. But it's a dinosaur game. Now let's go read the README file. We can tell you exactly what it's. It's a 2D platformer that's roguelike, similar to Castle Crashers, involving dinosaurs, and said dinos will evolve through upgrades. You're racing against distance traveled with a countdown timer of 20 minutes per each level. Yes, there's multiple levels, and this is just like its simplistic state. If you reach it, the idea is that it's parallaxing, so it's constantly adding new. Not, parallaxing is this way, but it's also going at it from procedurally generated. Sorry, it's procedurally generating areas of the map as you go out towards the right, and then there's a leaderboard at the end that features the distance traveled, bullets used potentially, enemies slain, those different enemy types, and the number of players as well. Because I'd like this to be able to host up to 4 players. Also, CK Mighty Ray, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Zorsta, how was your stream? What were you streaming today? For those of you that are unaware, Zorsa is my primary artist. Has done a good majority of all my emotes. Yes, yes. I love to hear it, Zorsa. That is so good. Yes, you are the glute creator. We'll just magnify that. Of course, Zorxa. Boy, all right. Everyone needs a proper view of the booty. The booty bounce. We have commands for it too. Glutes, is one command. Grandpa will go off. Calm down, Grandpa. Calm down. Do I have the glute clap? Hang on. I can do that right now. Let's see that. It's clap. I think that's just clap. It is clap. Actually, I just need to do this. That's what I need to do. Copy that. All. Paste, 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 paste. Good. Save. There you go. There you go. I just did it on the fly. Glute clap. Oh, beans. It was supposed to start with the glute. Well, anyway, you can see now. I need to slightly modify that command. Yeah, clap those glutes. Uh-huh. Let me modify this. I wanted the I started with the clap and I meant to start with the glutes. It makes more sense. Like that. There we go. There we go. There we go. GG, Grandpa. GG. Yeah, I started from scratch. Creating this. How long were we streaming? 3 days? Or 3 days? 3 hours? I was looking to refactor the boosting. So look at the player and refactor the boost stat function or all stat boosts. Looking at the player.gd. It's going through and like, cool. It's failing. This is the second time that it's failed on the. Could you please provide? This is what happened the first time. It just wants me to copy all that and paste it. Oh no no no. Let me. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm confused what I need to do here. Okay, now it's working. All right, so now it's looking to remove these two functions. That's what we see in red. Is it adding anything? No, it's just reducing. Yeah, it added a boost, a general boost stat. Perfect. Yeah, now you're gonna have issues again. It keeps. There you go. See, this happens. I'm glad that it's automatically it's going back through. Every time it suspects an issue, it'll automatically go back through and try again. And then when eventually, I have it set to automatically read the files. But here it's telling me like, hey, it's gonna remove this functionality. We're gonna add an enum stat that includes speed, attack, and defense. The boost duration, which is going to be a stat at each of these. So each of these stat speeds. And then we're going to modify it based on whatever we need. And the entirety of that stat is supposed to last 30 seconds, which is what it's here. And I've generally approved all the files. See, this is where it's having issues reading the file. And then it finally comes back with a way to fix it. But as you can see, like that would take me forever to code. Yes, I know how to code this, but it's more of a it's fun for me to work with the AI to fix the code than it is for me to do the other. For me to actually code it. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and save that. This spinning usually indicates that we've hit the API request limit. Because I am on the free plan too. That's what I'm checking right now. There's only so many calls I can make per an hour. 1 million's the top. And there's a limit to how many times I can make a request within the same task window. let's see. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. It's all done. So go down here. Now I'll go back to the architect. I'm going to ask the architect if we have satisfied the README for refactor boosting, and if there's any other code that looks or appears to be needing additional refactoring. All right, so it wants to create a dictionary that maps dinosaur shapes to their corresponding stats. Update the speed function to use the dictionary to player stats. Okay, so we'll approve that. It's gonna have to flip back to code mode in order to do this. Good, good. This is exactly what I was hoping it was gonna happen. So we've gone from updated speed to update dinosaur stats. Well, I'll prove those changes. Let's go back to architect mode. And can we update the README to better show the changes we have made? This is what I'm saying. Like, this is why it's so much quicker. It's not always right, but it's so much quicker at doing it. The AI is. All right, let's start a new task. Let's start. Let's. Can we create different uh background layers to better show the parallaxing scrolling within Godot? I know it's doing a lot of thinking at the moment, but all right. Let me just go back up here because it was doing a lot. So in architect mode, it was getting the overall structure. It saw that we had the parallax directory already set up and existing, and then it looked for the code that it needed, the the scene files, and the scripts that are in Godot. That's what .gd means. Then it looked and it appeared at the player scene to better understand that. I also need to update the README for the camera. I'm physically writing this down because that will be needed. So it's instructing me to it's talking to itself, but which is something I do. It's looking for ideas for gathering questions that's gonna ask to me. We can see it here. It's the user's goals, talking about my goals for this project. It can help create new background layers and import any existing textures. Remember, we have these textures. After we approve of the plan, it'll switch over to code mode to implement the changes, and then it will go through a testing and refining until it gets to a completion. So this is what I was saying. It was like, hey, I'm gonna go look at this subdirectory, and then I'm gonna go look at the textures directory, and that it's empty. Let me go look at the player scene to see where I can add the new parallax layers. And it's like, oh, hey, I recognize that the player scene has this 2D shape, but doesn't have any connection to a parallax effect. It's just very cool how it automatically goes through and starts investigating. If it finds mistakes, it'll talk to itself. And here I'm going to talk to it specifically. It's we haven't implemented the parallax effect yet. All right, so I'm going to start a new task. Based on that information, I'm going to ask beans. I'm going to ask it. please assist me in creation of a parallax effect for the background environment that would be based on what do I want this initial one, the very first level to be? The jungle starting area. This is B. BC? BC? How does that how to how to write B C? Okay, BCE. Or BC works. This is before Common Era. Add any additional information to the player.gd, which is the script, the player script, as needed. Let's go with 4 layers. There's the more layers that you have, the better all it will look. I think I was reading, or I didn't read. I heard that certain platformers, they had up to like 12 layers in parallax that made it. I think it was the video game Hollow Knight in particular. They talked about it. I think 4 layers is good for now. We'll just use placeholder text for now. Let's implement it as a separate scene. See, this is all the information that I would have no idea how to make. It would take me forever to Google all this and figure out all this information. Now let's make that plane into a markdown file. So this is all part, again, we're no longer working with that. We are working with this. This is the original README that we had created. But it's now just created its own separate markdown file that has the whole goal of the parallaxing plan for the jungle theme, the starting area. We're going to go ahead and save. All right, so what did it do? So the first step of the plan is to create the parallaxing background scene. Since I can't directly create scenes yet, we'll take care of that for it. It can at least set up the coding, which is fine. I'd rather it code out everything and then I can add in the scenes later on. to associate with the coding. Let's go ahead and save that. Right. Yo, Nuke. Nuke, good to see you, dude. Happy weekend. How are you doing, man? How's SF right now? Do we have did it create that? Let's see if it created it. I don't think it did. We just had the plan. It created the parallax script, but it didn't create the parallax background info. I don't know how best to word that. It didn't create this one. Oh, really? You're gonna make me do this? All right. Let's see. Free jungle theme pair black background. Background images. Background images. Oh man, I was just, dude. I was just peeping outside in between the rain that we've had, and yeah, there's budding, there's buds on the trees already. There's lots of I'm holding off until I go planting any new buds, but yeah, my intention was to get. I'm sorry. Before I go out and plant any new perennial flowers, because I'm waiting till the last frost. I don't think we've passed the last frost date yet, and so that's what I'm waiting to do. Once that happens, then I'll go out and I'll change everything. But yeah, I'm right there with you. So many weeds. I also need to move some plants around. Ones that I put in an area where my dog can get to, and I didn't think about it at the time. And now they his walk paths really took over in the wintertime, and I had to. I didn't think about it. Okay, so yeah, So if I'm creating this, this is what I'm looking at. I can't. I'm instantly drawn to jungle patterns like this. This jungle pattern is a good one, or this one is also equally good. Basically, multiple layers that I can. This one right here. This is the one that's from Shutterstock or Shutterstock. That's the one that's I'm gravitating towards the most at the moment. See this. What is this one? Oh, beans. Where does one get? This is free pick. I want the theme to be jungle. Oh, this looks pretty. I open this in a new tab. Basically, I'm going for less is more in terms of color. That's what I'm thinking overall. This is also an equally good one. Actually, hang on. This looks good. This looks good for a night scene. So we go from the idea being that I'm just gonna read you off from my notes here. All right, so we got the daytime jungle, and then we slowly go from a jungle. Basically, the starting area is gonna be Earth. All right, it's gonna be broken up into 5 different sections, 5 different levels, I guess I should say. You have a jungle area, then you have a jungle at night area, which morphs into like at the end of that you get to the mountain ranges, and then um I think we could all assume what happens with the mountains is that there's volcanoes involved, and then those volcanoes are like exploding, and then that leads you into basically leaving Earth because the whole premise of this is that you will eventually become a dino that gets to leave Earth and travel through time. That's why, like, these two in particular, these three scenes actually. I need to know how these scenes are put together. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna download these as actually. Can I save these? Hey, look at that! When in doubt, save them. Despite this download, and yes, I see this variation thing. I have an idea. I want to try. Um, where's our document? There's vibe coding projects. Let us. I'm gonna create a new folder in here. It's literally called inspiration ideas, and then I'm going to save this image. And I want to open up this image. Okay, yeah. So this is what it's saved as, which is fine. Now I'm also going to save this image, at same location. Same image. I'm going to save this one just because. And then yeah, see these two vectors. These ones are much, in my opinion. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 different layers right there that I can see, which is perfect because in my mind, like that's exactly what I'd want. So this is. Can I open? Open. No, hang on. What do I want to do? I know you can't see what I'm doing. I basically just took a I took a snippet of that layer for inspiration. I'm gonna save this into the in my documents folder. It's going into the vibe coding, and it's gonna go into the inspiration ideas. I'm gonna do the same thing with this one, this picture as well. It's saving them as PNG files, and that's fine with me. Like this is a really good one too, as an inspiration. Sometimes this is all you need. Not to quote the song. I'm just saying in general. Sometimes like this is literally all you need is just to go through images like this. Here's a good example. This is exactly what parallaxing is. Where you're setting up the image, the background image, so that the last image in the back rarely moves or moves ever so slightly. And then as you layer it. So as you bring more images to the front, the closer the image is to being at the front, the faster it's going to move with the player character. Like this has a lot of. This has 8. This one has 8. That has 9. But see here, you can actually see where some of these images, some of these are a little crowded for my liking, but they actually show you like a good indication. All right, that's enough looking up on that front. Let's just say I'm gonna prompt a new script. I want to new task. I want to go back into architect mode. All right, help uh create additional README sections to address the backgrounds needed in Parallax and what I would need to do uh texture. This is fine. I can I well, let's just go line by line. Let's go beginner friendly. I'm gonna use GIMP because GIMP is free. All right, so it is going to give me a readme section with this plan, and then it has a mermaid design of said plan. So I am going to approve this plan, And yeah, please create a new markdown file. And then I'm going to save that. I'm going to reject that for the moment. I'm going to start a new task. Please add to the README file a task to add a camera function that would travel with the player. So these are all good questions that it's asking me. It's basically asking how I want to set up the camera, right? Um, I would rather have it be offset, but showing more where the player needs to travel to. But there's ways that you can do that with signs that basically help a player realize like they need to just travel to the right. I want further. What is this plan doing? All right, so we're doing smooth camera following, which is fine for that plan, but I want more of what it's supposed to. Yeah, let's add more detail to that task description. Yeah, let's. I want the boundary constraints to be implemented. We're gonna do further. I want to also include some of this information as well. We're gonna do the specify the camera mode, and I want to do a detailed implementation as well. I want to do the linear approach. And one last change. Well, this one for sure. I don't want manual zoom out. I don't want controls. I definitely want that one. All right. And go ahead and do markdown, please. We're gonna save that. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. GG. Let's push this code. So we added, as you can see, we added a bunch of inspiration ideas. We created a new folder called inspiration ideas. Updated the parallaxing. What did we change here? We refactored the speed. I'm sorry. We refactored the we did some refactoring. I don't remember now. What did we refactor? We refactored the boost. And added let's see, added future implementation ideas to the README. All right, commit and push. Cool. Very good. All right, well, I think it's live. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I want to give some special thanks to Mighty Ray and Yeet Feet for the falls, the resubscribers from Clownfish OG, and of course the lovely raid that we had from Zorxa. Yeah, today's was 4 hours. That's a good coding sesh, honestly. We are going right into Space Taco Vibes, and I'm going to take you to be a part of the High Vibes raid train. I had a really good day today coding with you all. Thank you for allowing me to do this on a pop-up on a random day. I wasn't planning on streaming, and I am really happy with the content that we got done today. We'll be streaming again tomorrow, starting at noon. So just plain old board games. But until then, drink plenty of water, be kind to yourself, and I'll see you later. Have a great day. Bye.